nice!
Hey YouTubers, Grimmy here, and this is the video review for the Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. One of the Wave 1 figures, Optimus here, is a nice little truck who may look familiar if you've seen the Motormaster review, given that he is actually what Motormaster was repainted from. Or at least came from the same mold as Motormaster and came out first. Although a lot of people might think that Motormaster was the original idea and Prime was the afterthought. Which is fair enough. They are actually tooled completely different from each other. Like, they share the same transformation skeleton and a couple parts here and there. Like, if you bring in Motormaster, you can tell there are significant amounts of differences. Like, the grills are completely different from each other. The sides, like, just about any molded detail on the cab itself is completely different, while the legs are pretty much the same. Well, the back of the truck is pretty much the same, aside from the weapons, which is understandable. So they did a really good job of making this complete retool of each other. So I will give them props for that. I mean, it's a nice truck. Looks pretty good. And I think Motormaster might have been the original idea, since Optimus doesn't usually combine. He has had instances where he combined with other robots, and only one where it was similar to what Combiner Wars does. That one being Energon Optimus Prime. And yeah, these guys don't look a thing alike in this form. I won't say it. There is a very stark difference between them. And that's probably for the best, because he does not look so great. But anyway, as far as trucks go, he's pretty cool. Rolls very well. Nice and smooth on all 6 wheels. You can see he's got his weapon storage, his 2 guns, which actually form a nice little engine block back there. And since they look like exhaust ports, you can actually pretend that they are engines, even though he has the more classic smokestacks. So that's pretty cool. Now, he does have a molded in trailer hitch back here, so if they decide to give him a trailer, it would work, although I doubt they will. We haven't seen a Prime with a trailer since Masterpiece. But anyway, yeah, all in all, the vehicle mode looks pretty good. So why don't we get him into robot mode and see how he looks there. Okay, and Optimus's robot mode looks really nice. It's a big, beefy Optimus, great for a standalone character. I do like it. I mean, hey, look, he's a giant of a Prime, and you know, he's got this big, bulky look that really says that he's a leader type. I mean, it's a good look. His head is a bit small, but given the way it transforms, I can forgive that. But anyway, and I do like it. The paint job's done pretty well. You got the two, like the windows, well, not windows kind of thing, but they look like windows. You got a nice abdomen. Kind of invokes the grill look of the G1 character. Legs are done well. I wish the toes were done in blue. But that's a personal nitpick. I think they would have been better if they were done in blue like the rest of the leg. But other than that, it's not bad. And let's get down to his articulation. He does have a ball-jointed head. Shoulders go forward and back. Can swivel in and out on a ratchet. He has bicep swivel. A nice elbow bend. Nothing at the wrists. He does have a waist swivel. Forward, backward on the knee, hips. In and out, very tight on the hips. Like the in and out movement's a lot tighter than the forward back. He has a thigh swivel, nice knee bend, and a little bit of toe movement. So you can really get some cool poses out of him. Although, gotta make sure you can balance those. And as you can see, he has both his guns in his hands. And one of them is a nice, very G1 styled prime ion cannon. Looks really good. And the other is a smaller pistol. Now the guns, like all the weapons for the Combiner War Voyagers, can combine together to form this monster of a rifle. Like, that is huge. And if you're willing to work at it a bit, you can get a nice two-handed pose out of him with it. So yeah, he can actually hold it two-handed and get ready to blast someone to tiny little pieces. So that's pretty cool. Ultimately, I do prefer the dual wielding of guns. And the combined gun is nice, but I do like the smaller guns for them. So let's get some comparisons in, and naturally we'll start with Motormaster, since they pretty much share the same mold type. And again, you can see from the waist up, they are completely different in their tooling, which is really awesome looking. I love the fact that they've done so much to differentiate these two. So you got the, and for the legs, you got the paint jobs to really separate them there. But on the top, yeah, you can tell that the arms are completely different. The torso is completely different. Obviously, the heads are different. So that, I mean, Hasbro is doing an excellent job of retooling the figures to make them feel fresh. And I appreciate that. I think that is a great thing. And Optimus looks great. I mean, at first glance, you wouldn't even be able to tell that these guys were made off the same mold, which is excellent. I think that's a great thing. But anyway, next comparison will be with Santa Claus Prime. And if you don't get why I'm saying that, Take a look how tubby he is. And yeah, I mean, you'll see why I'm comparing him to this guy soon enough. But for now, they don't look anything like each other. Again, that is for the best. Because you really don't want this guy looking like this guy. Because yeah, that's not a good look. I mean, it might be cool to see him painted like this, but I'm glad that the molds are significantly different. But we do have a combined form to get to, so why don't we get some bots together and put him in a combined form. Okay, now that we got Optimus combined with the aerial bots, he looks pretty good. The combined mode is a little different for Optimus. You know, it's the same basic idea as Menasor. Same articulation, the whole bit. Just a quick rundown. We got the ball jointed head, shoulders, you know, all the articulation that came with the aerial bots, obviously. Couple panels seem to attach rather loosely on this one. There we go. But you do got the same hips. In and out is tighter than on the forward back. And you got the knees, swivels here. So yeah, he's got plenty of articulation for the guy, so you can get a lot of nice poses. You may notice that I have his guns set up as shoulder cannons. You can have him hold the combined gun if you want. I just like the shoulder cannon look better. Oh, get a closer look at that. So those are nice shoulder cannons. The head is beautifully done. Real nice one. I kind of wish that the ear things were blue. You know, just to get the look more. Well, get in frame, would ya? Sorry about that. Camera does not want to be cooperative. But yeah, I wish these were in blue. But other than that, he does look really nice. Now, for comparison, let's bring in Menasor. Then he is the other one to use this mold, like the torso type. And honestly, I do like Menasor for this better. Yeah, that's just personal preference. I think Menasor is a nice all-around combiner. I do see some good future for this guy if they release the right figures. Because next up we're going to bring in Energon Optimus Prime combined with Wing Saber. His regular add-ons are in like the 4 vehicles: the submarine, the helicopter, the drill tank, and the fire truck are in storage, and it's going to be a real hassle to try to dig them out, so I'm just going to go with what I had on the shelf. But yeah, combined with Wing Saber, get those a little together so we can. And there is a specific reason I got this particular group out, and if you open up Combiner War Prime chest, And zoom in. That does look familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. They actually used the Energon Prime Spark Chamber, or Matrix Chamber, for Combiner Wars Optimus. Which means if they were to get a white helicopter, like, say, Alpha Bravo, a yellow drill tank, a blue submarine, and a orange fire truck, or truck, like off-road in orange, they could have a nice Energon Optimus Prime, which would be great to go with that Armada Megatron. So yeah, since they seem to be putting out a lot of Armada homages, maybe an Energon one is in the works. So yeah, I think it'd be interesting if we got those particular figures. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little review for Combiner Wars Optimus. Leave a like if you did. Also, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to watch more videos. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have fun. So long and bye-bye.